So, this message here from Spirit has our Tower card, and I don't want you to look at that as some kind of thing to be afraid of. The Tower card is an opportunity, it's potential. It doesn't mean that it doesn't come with difficulties that have to be overcome. You are going to grieve the loss of what your life once was. There's some aspect that is going to no longer fit the foundation. But if we look at it like a structure that had been built by materials that were a lesser quality than what we have available to us today, it actually looks like a pretty good thing, right? Because when we look at an area that has been devastated by an earthquake, we look at all those buildings and we discover structural flaws and we think about how we can rebuild from the foundation using materials that are of better quality, using smarter, more sensible engineering. And we clean up and we start fresh and we use what we have and we use what we've learned to build something that is sustainable, that is long lasting. And it's something that we're very proud of being able to come back from these devastations and these disasters in a much more powerful way. And we do that with the help of community. So, with our Tower card, we also have this Five of Cups in this losing the sense of connection with an individual, whether it be a disappointment, grieving who we thought they were, or actually grieving the loss of an individual from our life in some way. I'm getting for some of you that this is a really heavy breakup, like really hard. They were never going to match what you had. You have so much potential, and Spirit has to find a way to get you to see that. And so, this is how it played out. It played out in an ugly way because your big heart wasn't going to allow it to happen any other way. You weren't going to just give up on somebody that you thought had potential as well. But in reality, they were chipping away at your foundation and they were making life unstable for you in ways that nobody should ever have that power to do. Now, our Queen of Cups energy, she needs to be in a space that values her. So you need to be in spaces that welcome you and appreciate you right now. Give some love and tenderness and compassion to the self to get through these process and then clean up and start again. That's your power. As with the first video, continuing in this energy of having things not turn out the way that we expected, the message continues here with that of maintaining discipline and don't freak out. You're going to recognize changes in people. And I feel it is a result of this big upheaval in your life. You're going to start to see people separate themselves from you. They're going to have this attitude of, I always knew it was like this, or told you so, or I'm hearing a lot of like, you did this to yourself. These are not the types of people that we need to have around us. It's just not. It's not positive. It's not conducive. That's not supportive. That's not love. And when we recognize that these people exist, the important thing is not to freak out on them and to say what we want to say. There's a lot of things that we can say. Those things aren't going to make you feel any better. They're just not. What's going to make you feel better is putting yourself in a position where you can elevate yourself and prove them wrong. That's the biggest flex. The biggest flex is walking away with your head held high, not indulging in that negative energy, moving forward and being like, now go ahead and repeat that opinion while I'm over here on the top of this mountain because I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore. Instead, Spirit is saying, maintain that discipline. You've worked too hard. You've come too far. And that's the reason that you outgrew that situation, is because you've worked hard and come very far. So don't stop from that. Keep climbing. keep elevating, keep healing, keep growing. And if they can't keep up, they can't keep up. Now, there's people that are truly like motivating you from behind. Yeah, you go ahead and reach down and pull them people up alongside of you. But those people that are down there complaining, that are, uh, have all kinds of things to say but aren't participating, leave them there. Leave them down there. That's not for you. And there's no need to extend any energy out to that. They don't deserve any more of your energy. That energy needs to be focused on climbing the mountain, accomplishing your goals, staying focused, staying motivated, and reaching the heights that you have the potential to reach. That is why you have endured all of this. That is why you are out here doing it. It's not to entertain all that nonsense down there. Keep climbing. Wow. So all three of these readings today seem to be in alignment with dealing with some big upheavals and changes. We have our new beginnings card. It's time to start fresh. Time to take everything that you have gained, pack it up nice and tidy. Lots of garbage that you can throw away. You don't need to take that with you. We're going to be efficient in our mission and then keep climbing, keep moving towards your goals. Sometimes we need a fresh start, we need fresh energy. What we're looking for is a period of stillness. Now, that period of stillness comes after the gateway. The gateway is when we decide that we deserve better, that we want a new life, that we are ready for something different. And the stillness comes after we step through that gateway. It's a period of time for us to get our bearings. We walk into a new environment. You're in this brand new place. It's unfamiliar and it can be overwhelming, and it can be so scary and overwhelming that you're inclined to run backwards through that gateway and go into your old life. So the period of stillness is to help you become acclimated to this new life, to these new opportunities. It's a period of time that allows you to become familiarized with what life can be for you. Get your bearings, look around you, see what's there, find that sense of peace and comfortability, and become very confident. First, when you're getting used to a new environment, what do? You start by venturing out, but you don't go too far from home at first. You kind of just explore just around you at first. And you wait until that becomes very natural to you. And then you start venturing out a little bit farther, and that becomes natural to you. You don't throw more big changes in the way because that's too much. We don't want to disrupt the stillness and that calmness that we found, that new sense of peace, that new sense of bliss that we've discovered. What we want to do is slowly expand that energy and add some inspiration to that energy. That swan that's comfortably milling around in that pond isn't flying off to the biggest lake they can find. They're enjoying every aspect of what they're finding in their environment right now. Every nook and cranny, every other bird or animal that comes to drink, they observe, they're quiet, they're comfortable, they're enjoying their surroundings, and they're finding themselves at home and at peace with that energy, just as you will. Many blessings to you.